Hey gang, it's your old buddy Platt. Today I show you how to make cherry liqueur. So let's go. Alright gang, got a fun little video for you here. It's been a minute since I've made any homemade liqueurs. And I've been wanting to do this one for a while, cherry liqueur. If you go to your local liquor store or wherever, you will see a million flavors now. It is unbelievable what they've done with flavors. You know, there's Eggo waffle, sipping cream. There's chocolate peanut butter, arugula, banana, whatever. They have it. But one I don't see a ton of, oddly enough, is cherry liqueur specifically. I do see the moonshine jar, the jars of moonshine with cherries in them. That's really more for eating the cherries. Now, of course, people do shots, whatever. But really, as far as cherry liqueurs go, it's Luxardo, the maraschino cherry liqueur. And that is actually used a ton in mixology. If you are a budding home mixologist, love a good cocktail or whatever, cherry liqueur is something you'll want to have in your bar. So I thought we'd make some homemade cherry liqueur. Probably save you a few bucks there. Real simple recipe today. Let me go over what we need for this. Of course, we'll need some cherries, sugar, vodka, brandy. Part of the reason why I'm using brandy is it's a great spirit, fruit-based spirit. You get a little bit of that fruitiness. Also, too, it's going to be aged a little bit, so you'll pick up some wood notes. I found that cherry is a very complementary flavor with bourbon, specifically rye whiskey, but just whiskeys in general, but especially your bourbons, your ryes. And so having a little bit of that wood aging on the spirit kind of helps it be a little more complementary. If you've ever had an old-fashioned Manhattan, they throw a little cherry in. Ton of different cocktails out there that utilize it. So we're going to do a little something different, too, than from my other liqueur videos in the past. We would macerate whatever flavor, whether it be watermelon, raspberry, what have you, into spirit, whether it's vodka or Everclear, and then come back after the fruit has been macerated or we've extracted the flavor, then come back and create some kind of simple syrup and add in our sweetener. Today we're going to do a little different. Actually, it's going to be even easier than those videos. So with that being said, let's make some cherry liqueur. All right, guys, let's get this party started. First, we're going to start off with roughly 2 cups. It came out to be like a 12 ounce packet of frozen cherries I got at my store. Couple of reasons why I went with the frozen cherries. A, because it was literally the exact amount I needed, but also 2, they come pre-pitted, so I don't have to pit all these cherries, go through all this stuff. You can see this one here is already pitted, so it's already pitted. Kind of saved the work for me, which I'm all about making easier. So we're going to put in roughly 2 cups of cherries in our deal. Next, we're going to add our spirit. Like I said, we're doing both vodka and brandy, 1 cup each. All right, vodka. And 1 cup of brandy. All right. And then lastly, we're going to add 1 cup of sugar. Hopefully I don't make too much of a mess here. I'll let you. I'm using a little powdered sugar. That's what I had. If you want to use brown sugar, any other kind of sugar. I don't know if I'd go with honey too much, because that honey unto itself has a fairly strong flavor. All right, so we got everything in there. We're going to put in our lid. Give it a good little shake. We don't have to shake too much. A lot of you might be worried, hey, that sugar, is it ever going to melt in? It's going to be just fine. We're going to leave this for about a week, and then we'll come back to strain and try our cherry liqueur. All right, guys, it's been a week. You can see our cherries are nice, dark color there. We are ready to kind of filter out the cherries. A couple things real quick. A fine mesh sieve like this is fine. If you're really concerned about, particulate matter, not wanting, anything in there, get you some cheesecloth like this, and just add a little piece. That would get nearly all of any kind of bits of fruit, what have you, in there. And we are going to pour this through here. Now, something you might feel like you want to do in this, because you're like, well, I want all that juice, and oop, we'll spill. You might be tempted now to press these cherries, kind of, crush them, get all that juice out. However, I wouldn't do that. These right here are great little party treats. They've soaked up a lot of vodka. If you just want to hand them out to friends, you've seen in bars before the little cherry bomb in a little cup shot. These are great for that. Or you can utilize them as kind of like a brandied cherry in cocktails. Like, there's a greater than 50% chance that I'm going to take a couple of these and put them into bourbon-based cocktails. So I've got me a little container here. I'm going to throw them in, but I don't smash. Another reason not to smash these is because you can get tannins off the skin that could add some bitterness or astringency. So let me go ahead and let this drip a little bit and get a couple of those cherries out of the bottom, and we'll come back to wrap up. All right, guys, time to wrap up this fun little recipe. Real quick, let's review that recipe. We started off with a cup of vodka, a cup of brandy, a 12-ounce packet, roughly came out to almost 2 cups as far as volume goes, of pre-pitted frozen cherries. That's why I went with the frozen cherries, because they pre-pit them for you, makes your life a little easier. And then we add a cup of sugar. We put that all together in a mason jar, let that set for 1 week. Then we filtered out, and we've got a little more than a pint of our cherry liqueur. This should be at somewhere between 65 and 70 proof. I wanted to show this technique on liqueur making. It's a little different than what I normally do, making kind of a simple syrup. That generally gets us down to around 40 proof, a little lower ABV liqueur. This is a little stronger. So if you like your liqueurs a little more oomph, maybe try this method than the traditional one I do with a simple syrup. With that being said, it's time for the old taste test. All right, now this is more of a maroon color than the traditional kind of maraschino style cherries. Yeah, almost looks like a Pinot Noir color. Well, that's cherries right there. Let's go ahead and dive in. Woo! That is nice. That's a deeper. That has a little deeper flavor and color to it, and just more complex than like maybe a straight maraschino cherry liqueur. It's sweet, but it's not over the top sweet. It's not too viscous. This is more, instead of like a liqueur, more almost like a port wine kind of. I could sip on this for. This is a nice little sipper. Now again, 65 proof. This would probably sneak up on me if I drink it like a port, but turned out pretty good. Like I said, be sure to keep your cherries. They've got plenty of alcohol in them too, and you want to, save those. Either again, use them as a garnish or just like a little cherry treat. I am going to keep this in the fridge. You don't have to, but that's what I'm going to do, and it should be good for at least 6 months, especially in the fridge. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe down below. Also, please like the video because it lets YouTube know we're putting out good content. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or ideas for videos, please leave me in the comment section, or you can always contact me on the Twitter page. And until next time, bottoms up.